Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Business Live. Coming up, some oil marketing companies justify hikes in prices ahead of the April 1 review window.
We are okay, and I believe that we all know that this price hike was going to come for a second time during the war.
Hear more from the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. Also in this bulletin, tax consultant Francis Timoboy welcomes GRA's new tax collection system, describing it as timely and necessary despite concerns from industry players.
I think that it's timely. If properly rolled out, it can really increase our VAT performance from the current 40% to the 70-80% as we see in the other sub-regions.
Great.
Plus, goods clearance at the ports expected to be faster with the launch of a new program known as the Advanced Ruling Program. We have details of this and more for you. Please stay on. Thanks so much for your time. I am Pius Kojobaka. Let's begin from the pumps because some oil marketing companies have justified their decision to increase prices at the pumps even before the April 1 sanctioned date. They argue that the current price deregulation policy does not ban them from reviewing prices out of the two-week window. My colleague George Yafe has been engaging the Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Rivesing Opong, on this issue and other developments in the industry.
We are okay. And I believe that we all know that this price hike was going to come for a second time during the war. All the international, I would say, oil market commentary shows that oil prices are going up, and we've seen a 53% increase in, on the average for all commodity, and we are looking at more than $110 per barrel today. And like I always say, luckily for us, we are within a region where we don't depend so much from that side. But since the global market is concerned, once there's a deficit on the other half of the globe, we are going to have that effect, if not on supply security, then it's going to be on the fuel prices. Okay. If you take a look at the single increase on the average to about $110 per barrel, the crude oil itself, that has also been reflected on the diesel, petrol, and also even LPG to grow, right? So in the international space, we recorded diesel increasing by 27%, petrol 24, 25%, and even LPG, which we don't see that significant growth in Ghana, increased by 36 or 37%. But because of the bidding rounds that MP is in for LPG, we didn't see that effect on the Ghana market. So all in all, at the chamber, we're looking at the petrol price increasing in between 8 to 13.86%, diesel 10 to 15%, and LPG around 2%, based on what the data shows.
Meanwhile, the Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana, Duncan Amoah, fears the current adjustments may not be final as more OMCs are likely to increase their prices in the coming days.
Of them were losing, and in fact, what I knew as of the weekend gone by was that some were going to actually refuse selling altogether because they are quite aware of industry numbers. They are quite aware that prices have gone up. And so whatever stocks you had last week, if you finished if you finish selling them, there's no way the BDC market is going to sell cheaper to you in the new week. So clearly, they were losing, if you ask me, over the weekend. There were suspicions from some of the OMCs that others may not even sell much over the weekend. But it looks as though they've kept all of us floating, except to say that every single day counts. If you are an OMC that does about 2 million liters a day, you can imagine when diesel prices are high, 16 plus, and you are still selling around 15. Every single day you are throwing away money running into millions of Ghana cedis. So they needed to just be able to stay sustainable or recover on their current operational margin.
Fuel-related stories, tax consultant Francis Timoboy has welcomed the Ghana Revenue Authority's new tax collection system, describing it as timely and necessary. According to him, the move will strengthen efforts to monitor online transactions and boost tax compliance in Ghana's rapidly growing digital space.
Commissioner General mentioned about Sentinel. You and I agree that today a lot of digital transactions occur, and if they had occurred in country, they would have paid a VAT on them. But because they are cross-border, they don't get taxed. And the GRA has deployed a system where online transactions are going to be taxed, such that the payment system providers, let's say banks, are going to be appointed so that they will now withhold the VAT before the money even gets to the person who is providing the service. And I think the iTax is one of the systems that have been built to be able to handle some of these things. So I think that it's timely. If properly rolled out, it can really increase our VAT performance from the current 40% to the 70-80% as we see in the other sub-regions.
Great.
Now, goods clearance at the ports is expected to be faster henceforth. This is due to the launch of a new platform known as the Advanced Ruling Program by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Speaking to journalists after the launch, Commissioner of Customs Aaron Kano assured the trading community that all concerns about delay in clearing goods will be sorted out. More in this report.
The Advanced Ruling Program by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority seeks to start customer data processing ahead of the arrival of goods at the ports. This system is to eliminate the delay which emanates from system breakdowns and documentation processes which are blamed on custom officers. According to the Acting Commissioner of Customs, Aaron Kano, this new system will ensure that examination processes are carried out ahead of time before the goods arrive.
To ensure that they apply for decision to be made in advance for their cargo. By so doing, you are able to budget well, and then you are able to clear your goods faster from the port. So today's launch means that business are going to boom, and then there's going to be predictability, there's going to be efficiency, there's going to be certainty, because businesses have been complaining that when they bring their cargo to the port, customs delay in giving decision or ruling in area of origin and classification. So now we are saying that we are here for you, and then we want to partner you so that you can grow your business faster.
The initiative is supported by the World Bank as part of its trade facilitation program in line with the World Trade Organization's rules. Representative of the bank, Leonardo Lacovon, hinted that this will increase transparency in trading at the port.
The objective here is to support Ghana to fully and effectively implement the WTO, that's the World Trade Organization, Trade Facilitation Agreement. And part of that agreement mandates an increase in transparency and predictability for traders via the establishment and sustainability of an advanced rulings program. And this all connects very nicely to an increase in economic development and growth of economics in Ghana and jobs, which is one of the most important outcomes of increasing that transparency, increasing the efficiency and growing your trade.
The Customs Advanced Ruling Program is complementing other systems installed at the port to improve efficiency.
Away from the ports now, the Ghana Institution of Engineering is appealing to government to direct the Auditor General to conduct a special audit into procurement processes under the Big Push Infrastructure Program. President of the institution, Engineer Ludwig Annan Hesse, says the move is necessary to ensure transparency, accountability, and value for money in the execution of major national projects. He made it a call at the 48th induction ceremony of the institution, where newly certified engineers were admitted into the professional body.
The induction ceremony saw a total of 194 candidates presented for induction into the professional engineers class. Out of this number, 103 engineers were inducted during the morning session, with the remaining 91 scheduled for induction later in the day. Strengthening oversight in procurement will not only protect public funds, but also improve the quality and sustainability of infrastructure development across the country.
What has happened under Big Push? It's my recommendation to the President that he should get the Auditor General to undertake a special audit, technical audit, where engineers, quantity surveyors and things are put together to audit all the processes that has led to the procurement of the Big Push projects. And this should be done not only in terms of procurement, but in terms of design, in terms of making sure that environmental impact has been properly done, in terms of using properly qualified people to make these designs before the procurement was done. We should have to audit all these processes. We have to audit the process to see if all these projects are listed in the public investment plan.
The event underscores the institution's commitment to upholding professional standards and promoting excellence in engineering practice in Ghana.
This is still Business Life. We are back with more. Hello again. Welcome back to Business Life. Enterprise Trustees is structuring its personal pension offering with segmented products and added benefits to drive uptake and deepen long-term savings. Speaking at the product media launch, Managing Director Joseph Ampofo said the move targets low market penetration by introducing tailored plans for the youth, informal sector workers and retirees, supported by flexible contributions and digital payment options.
Trustees says its redesigned pension product target the needs of the youth, informal sector workers, and retirees. Speaking at the product media launch, Managing Director Joseph Ampofo said the company has introduced flexible contributions, digital payment options, and added benefit to encourage consistent savings and improve participation in personal pensions.
Looking at the market dynamics and with some consultation with the market, we decided then to break up the three different segments, and therefore the younger generation is where we decided to come up with a solution called the Sunny Side Plan, which is targeted more at the younger generation, 18 up to, let's say, 45. Then we looked at those who are, let's say, conservative in nature, and that was looking at the informal sector, the market women or the small business owner. He doesn't want too much volatility in his investment fund. So we decided then to make it the Asset Napa plan using a very conservative approach. The last segment were those who had retired. And somebody said, look, I haven't seen 200,000 before, but I have retired and I now have 200,000. So what do I do? So we decided to come up with what we call the Good Life Plan, which then helps you to be able to receive your 200,000 over time. We decided to add a free life cover of up to 2,500 Ghana cedis for anyone who signs up to an Asset Napa plan or a Sunny Side plan. And then also a hospitalization cover of up to 1,500 Ghana cedis, that's 50 cedis a day, at any Ghana Health registered facility.
Director of Standards and Compliance at the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, Anthony Aqua, says personal pensions remain underutilized despite their role in complementing mandatory schemes. He notes that the informal sector, which employs the majority of Ghanaians, contributes the least to pension assets, highlighting a gap in retirement planning.
Personal pension is very critical in the space of pensions, and it works both for formal and informal sector. So we want to encourage every Ghanaian sign up to a personal pension scheme. One of the key things we want to do is to emphasize on the informal sector, the sector that controls 80% of employment in Ghana is the least contributor to the pot of pensions. And so we are coming out with a whole informal sector regime that will focus on leveraging digital platforms and technology to allow people to contribute to their own pensions.
Industry players say expanding access, improving education, and leveraging technology will be key to boosting personal pension penetration and ensuring better retirement outcomes for Ghanaians.
The Ghana Chamber of Mines has commended government and Atlantic Lithium Limited on the successful ratification of the Ewoyaa mining lease, marking a significant milestone in the country's efforts to harness its critical mineral resources for sustainable economic growth and industrial development. According to the Chamber, the ratification will improve investor confidence in the country's mining industry. Here's more.
The Ewoyaa Lithium project is a strategic addition to Ghana's mining portfolio, positioning the country as an emerging key player in the global energy transition. The Chamber acknowledges the strong collaboration between government and industry stakeholders in aligning this project with national development priorities. The ratification of the lease is expected to generate substantial employment, both direct and indirect, while stimulating economic activity in host communities. Beyond job creation, the project will contribute to national revenue, infrastructure development, and skills transfer. Commenting on the development, Chief Executive of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Engineer Dr. Ken Ashigbe, stated that the ratification of the Ewoyaa mining lease is a landmark achievement that reinforces Ghana's position as a leading mining jurisdiction in Africa.
Some ride-hailing companies are dismissing speculation of an immediate increase in fares following recent fuel price hikes. Country Manager for Bolt Business, Baba Hammond, retweeted this position on the sidelines of a prize-giving ceremony organized to reward women entrepreneurs under its International Women's Day campaign, She Moves to Win 2.0.
Some of the ride-hailing companies, any decision to adjust prices will be based on a careful assessment of market conditions, insisting there are no immediate plans to increase fares.
Yes, we want boats to be, I would say, affordable to every Ghanaian, because mobility is very important, because people are always moving from one place to the other. With regards to fares going up, with regards to fares coming down, anytime there's a fare going up or fare reducing fares, I have like an amazing operations team that take into consideration all of these things when it comes to with regards to fares. So,
on her part, marketing manager at Bolt Ghana, Mirani Saolenu, says the initiative is aimed at empowering women by connecting their businesses to opportunities through mobility.
We didn't want to create a campaign that was just about, we are creating an impact, we are creating purpose. We wanted to actually create an impact. So we allowed women all over Ghana to apply for a chance to win a micro grant. Executive Director of the Do Affair organization, Baba Kwao, also underscored the importance of supporting women to scale their enterprises.
And we think it's essentially important to have such partnerships with very forward-looking organizations like Bolt, who don't just care about their primary focus of mobility, which is very essential to businesses, by the way, but also take it a step further to really put action to practice.
At the ceremony, Anastasia Finn, Chief Executive of Tasia Trent, was named the overall winner.
I mean, I'm so grateful to Diafe and then Bolt for this opportunity, and I hope that this fund will be used to purchase more machines, because we need more machines to train.
The She Moves to Win initiative is to drive inclusive growth while supporting women-led businesses across the country.
Blow Group of companies has relaunched Bell Malt Original with an upgraded formula promising Ghanaians a richer taste and a moving, satisfying drinking experience. There is more from the launch.
Has introduced its Bell Malt Original to the Ghanaian market, promising consumers of an improved and more refreshing experience. Speaking at the launch, marketing manager for the company, Magnus Day, disclosed that the launch follows 3 years of extensive research and analysis aimed at refining the products to meet customer expectations. According to him, the company paid particular attention to quality and taste, ensuring that the malt stands out in a competitive market.
3 years ago, we took a very difficult decision. We took Bell Malt off the market, not because it was not good, but because we knew that it could be better. So we took time out 3 years, we spoke to a lot of food scientists, we tested, we refined, we improved, and today we have a product that we are thrilled to tell you that is the best in the market.
He further emphasized that the beverage is designed to cater to everyone.
This is a brewed malt. It is crafted from barley and millet, and it has all the ingredients to fuel you, give you all the energy, and to inspire you to greatness. So Bell Malt is made for everyone.
Adding his voice, Ghanaian actor Kojo Nkansa, popularly known as Lewin, encouraged Ghanaians to patronize the product.
I support anything that will benefit the nation and its citizenry. So I will urge all Ghanaians to support and patronize Bell Malt Original.
The launch of Bell Malt Original underscores Blow Group's commitment to innovation and delivering high-quality products.
Let's now go to myjoyonline.com/business for some quick read on that portal. There you go. On your screen, Iran-US conflict pushes fertilizer prices higher, raising food security risks in 2026. Also on that portal, you will see OMCs increase fuel prices at pumps. Oil sells petrol at 13 cedis 30 pesos and diesel at 17 cedis 10 pesos. More stories on that portal. Do visit myjoyonline.com/business. Always a delight serving you. I am Pius Kujobaka.